y'all, I just took this edible, right? I'm just over it. Just over it. Alright, this is the mission that I'm on right now. Like, I've been on this mission for like 30 minutes. I'm trying to figure out where I set down the edibles so that I can post the edibles and tag the person I got them from and let them know I'm gonna fight them, because nigga, why are they this strong? And why do they work this fast? I'm just trying to figure out. It's like, I don't know where I put them. Like, I literally just had them and I have no idea where they are. My hair looks kind of really good. It's kind of old because I've been sleeping in it, but it looks good. It's my shit. It's my shit. It's my shit. This 300 mg. So there's many reasons I fell in love with Babe, but one is she cooks for the kid. Do y'all see this meal? She was in here making some stir fry, and it's just the beginning because she didn't even put the sauce and nothing in there, but it was looking so colorful and so good and so tasty. I just had to show y'all, like, look what my queen in there doing for me, girl. I just love her. I'm over here in my little Etsy area. So I'm doing journals right now. So I'm starting this one. I love this little Daria. Look at that. This little weird modern Daria. I love weird shit like that. So I'm hoping somebody is weird like me and like it and buy it. I'm about to put the borders on them. The borders isn't on these right now. Hey, cutie. Here's another one that I'm doing. And again, there's no trim on it. No trim. And hold on. Ooh, so cute. This one, melanin poppin'. I found this picture on Tumblr and I was like, I need to put this on a journal. I love this picture on a fucking journal. And yeah, this baby, cutie, cutie, cutie.
One time for the one time. I don't wanna know if you're playing me. Keep it on the low. No, that's all. 'Cause my heart can't take it anymore. So if you're creeping, please don't let it show. Oh, baby, I don't wanna know.
Kids, listen. I'm grown. She grown. Don't be her. You can't do this. Don't be me. Even if you grown. Don't be me. Don't be she. If you over here, you have to accept everything that's happening over here. Okay? If you over here, you have to be judge free if you over here. You can't be judging over here. Because if you're going to judge, you can just go. The back arrow there, sis. Alright? You have choices in life. And here is a choice. Being here is a choice. You ain't gotta be here. You feel me? It's my off day and I'm kicking it, so I have a little bit of Hennessy and we kicking it, we chilling. It's adults. I remember when I was watching Basil Bay, one of her videos, and she shouted me out in one of her videos. She was like, but it's adults only. I'm like, yes sis, tell them. Okay? I can be kid friendly. Okay, I love the kids. Bree love the kids, but I'm grown. I've been waiting all my life, y'all, to be grown. Y'all remember back in the day when we was younger, we couldn't wait to be grown? We couldn't wait to be grown. I'm gonna tell y'all now, kids, you can wait. You can wait, sis. You don't wanna pay bills. You don't. You don't want to get stickers for your cars and have to pay car insurance. You don't. I miss the days when my dad would be driving me in the car and I'd be in the back seat, right? You remember when you was a kid and your parents used to drive you in the car and you would fall asleep in the back seat, and when they would pull up to the driveway, they would like come around to the other side of the car, open the back door, and like pick you up and just carry you to the bed, girl. Don't you miss that? I miss that. Because when I fall asleep in the damn car now, sis, Aaron would be like,
Babe, wake up. It's time to get out. Girl.
The kids growing up fast now, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like you should not be in a rush to be grown because y'all already becoming grown so fast. Like y'all come out the womb already know how to flick your eyebrows. I used to have dookie braids, girl. I used to have a Jerry curl, sis. Okay, I remember on Thanksgiving when I was little and you know all the kids be downstairs or all the kids be at the kid table. Like I couldn't wait to be able to go upstairs and play cards and drink with the grown folks and laugh about jokes that I didn't understand as a kid. Like I couldn't fucking wait, and now I'm here, sis. And when I come on this platform, I ain't came on this platform to be kid friendly. You know, I ain't talking about sex. I ain't talking about nothing crazy. I just come here to be me and filter free. You feel me? Just chilling, kicking it. I come here to, you know, attract the older folks. I'm not here to attract no 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds. You shouldn't be watching me. So this is about to be like a really, really random topic. But someone asked me about, because they say I always talk about how like I've been a bartender for a very, very long time. So they're like, what other jobs did you have before you started bartending? I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. So we're gonna talk about jobs I had before I started bartending. So when I was in high school, my first job, my first job was when I was a junior. I feel like I didn't have my first job until I was a junior. Like I was that kid that like as long as I got good grades, my parents didn't really pressure me to get a job or anything crazy like that. I was never pressured to get a job. I can't remember that. Like when I did get my first job, I got it because I wanted to get it. Like I wanted to do something for fun. I wanted to make like my own little extra money. But other than that, like my dad and my parents never pressured me to get a job. So I didn't need to because I was always an honor roll student. So I really enjoyed homework and school and like figuring out problems. Like I was into that. So like I was always a good student, a straight A and B student. Like I really barely got C's because my mama didn't even play about C's. So my first job was when I was a junior in high school and I was a shampoo girl. And that was one of my favorite jobs. I was actually a shampoo girl at like 2 different spots. So the first spot I was my first job and it was literally down the street from my high school. So I can just walk there. And it was like one of those typical like black hair salons. Like the vibes was crazy. And I mean that in the best good way, girl. Like if you were born in the 90s, and this wasn't in the 90s when I worked there because obviously when I was in high school it was already like 2005, 2004. So 2004, that's probably when I worked there, but it still gave you those vibes. It was just tons of, you know, very strong-minded, independent black women doing hair, church women too, black strong Christian church women, girls doing hair. And I just had so much fun. Like I love the atmosphere, a lot of like girl talk, and it was just fun. Saying like you was shampooing hair and giving people deep conditioners and prepping them for their next hairstyle. I really did enjoy it. I love washing people's hair. To this day, like if I could do any like job, I would like shampoo hair. Like if I was like rich and somebody was like, oh, you can go back and do one job, I would be a shampoo girl because I found this so fun and so relaxing. I love like washing people's hair, or shampooing. I'm sorry, that's the best term, shampooing. I love shampooing people's hair and watching it get from like dirty and kind of like filthy to like clean and sudsy and like you just feel the difference. And it was like relaxing and like you know when you get your hair washed and they have to get to the back, and the way they hold the hose, girl, they gotta hold the hose like that to get to that back, and now wet your shirt. Yes, man. Like I enjoyed that. I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed telling you like what type of treatment you needed. Like if your hair was shedding, we'll give you like a vinegar treatment, because vinegar helps your hair from shedding. And after I worked at that hair salon, I was very close with a girl named Sorta when I was in high school, and she came from Iraq. Her and her family came from Iraq. She worked at a place called Osama's. I know, it's bad, because I'm talking about Saudi Arabia, I'm talking about Osama, girl, probably sounds so bad. But it was like lit. Like everybody knew in Chicago, like you had Osama's or Mina's or anything like that, like those Arabic or Indian places where they give you those bomb like blowouts, girl, the bomb blowouts. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you got one of them places, you know what I'm talking about. It was like one of the best spots for like especially black women to go, because that's where they did the most fire blowouts on, was black women, because the way our hair is, that they needed that coarseness, you know what I'm saying? She asked me, did I want to work there? And of course I was like, hell yeah, I want to work there. And it was a different level of a salon. It was completely opposite from that like 90s feeling, you know, black homegrown place. It was still great, but it was just opposite. It was like, this was a little bit more like higher up, like a little bit more higher up. They did more blowouts, so it wasn't sew-ins and too many perms or anything like that. It was just a lot of blowouts on natural women and a lot of like pop and curl, girl. But I also learned a lot about like eyebrow threading, and I also learned a lot about like eyelash extensions and stuff like that, like years ago, before like now, but years ago I learned so much about eyebrow threading and eyelash extensions and things like that. All the places that I work have been tip places. Like I've always made tips everywhere I went. Like when I worked at the hair salon, I got tips, or I got paid at the end of the week, whether it was cash or a check. But I got tips all the time when I worked at the hair salon. Like every time you got a shampoo, somebody would give you like a $5 to $10 tip, and that was always good. Or when I worked at the Osama's place, if somebody would get a certain type of like conditioner, you would get $5 off of it. So let's just say they wanted a certain type of deep conditioner, they would pay an extra $10 to $15 for that conditioner, and then off that $10, $15 you'll get $5. So it was like always ways to like upsell your money and stuff. So like my life has been like tips, girl. So after I left the hair salons, I ended up working at a breakfast spot, like a breakfast restaurant, which I love. So like all the jobs I had, I enjoyed. Like I would go back and do them all over again because they were all fun. But wait, it was Continental House of Pancakes. That's what it was called. And it was really like, it was weird because it was like a regular like pancake house, really nice. Not regular because their pancakes was on point, but it was like your average like pancake house, but it was owned by Greek people, and everybody was so nice, and I was the only black girl. Like I was the only black girl that worked there, and everybody loved me. Like my customers loved me, so I was always busy. I only worked there the weekends because it was one of those places that was open from like 6 in the morning to 4 p.m. So it's like, because I was in school, I couldn't work during the week because I get out of school at like 3:30. So I would only work there Saturday and Sunday, and like literally Saturday and Sunday I couldn't make like $200. You know what I'm saying? Like that was good enough for me. I was a senior student. I didn't have any bills, like, you know. Oh, after I worked at that restaurant, that's when I ended up working the bar for the first time, and it was pure accident. And we can go into that like story time, I guess, later. I feel like I did that story time, like how I started bartending or whatever, but as you know, I started bartending a little bit before I was 21. I was actually like 18, going on 19, and it wasn't like a very long time. I think I actually did it like 3 or 4 times, and it was just as a favor. And then I ended up going to college, so I couldn't do it no more. But when I came back home, I started bartending again. But when I came back home from college, I went to hair school. And if you follow like my old YouTube channel, you'll see like videos of me like coming from hair school and stuff, and like just chit-chatting or whatever. And I was in hair school, so I didn't have a job then. I was just strictly in hair school. But then I started working at a club. And I was there for like almost, what, 6 years? So I was working at a club for 6 years, and that's kind of like how my bartending kind of kept going. Like in between there, I only worked at one other weird place, and that was Tilt to Kill. And that was a restaurant. Tilt to Kill restaurant. If you know what Tilt to Kill is, you just know. If you don't know, look it up, girl. Those were my jobs that I had before. Other than that, I've stayed at my jobs a pretty long time. Like I'm not one to really quit jobs frequently. I kind of stay at my jobs a very long time. The only reason I didn't stay at my other jobs is because I had to go to college, and I did. And when I was an adult, like I've been at my jobs for so long, and it's, you know, when you're a bartender, it's best to stay where you are for a little minute, because once you kind of build your clientele and people tip you very well, you kind of want to stay there a little bit longer. You don't want to change if you don't need to. That's that on that, girl. Those have been my jobs. Hey y'all, editing Bree here. So let me just stretch on that since we're at the end of this video basically. But yeah, all my jobs have been tip jobs. Like that's basically what I've been used to all my working life. I've always had tip jobs. I've always been blessed to be able to come into a job with no money and come out with money, or come in with money but come out with more money. You know, I love the fact of being able to walk into a place and come out with my cash, and you know, it just feels better. Like I've been so used to having something where it's like, just say if you have a bill that's due tomorrow, I can go to work and I know I'm gonna have that money for that bill literally the next day, instead of waiting 2 weeks like most people do. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's literally the normal way to go about it. But it's just my normal is different, and I'm not used to paychecks. Like I didn't even know what minimum wage was for people for a very long time, because I never had to really deal with that. Because if you're a waitress or a bartender, you really don't get minimum wage. You get beneath minimum wage because you're making tips. So I never even knew that, because like the way my working lifestyle was, I wasn't getting bi-weekly checks like that. And if I was, like, it wasn't nothing too much to care about because I was getting tips. So yeah, my jobs has just always been that. And like, it also, not only is it about the tips, but it's allowed me to have a lot of free time to myself to do the things that I want to do, because at the end of the day, this isn't my end goal. My end goal is not to be a bartender and stay a bartender. You know, at some point I want a family. We want to own a home. I want to own my own business, whatever that's going to be. So yeah, this is not my ending point, but it is a great job to have to help you build for the future, to help you save. Saving is important. I'm blessed to have this job because I can do that. I can save for my future, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. And also, don't forget, benefits are important too. If you can find a bartender, waiter type job where you can get benefits, tips, and free time, girl, yes, okay? And like I said, these jobs isn't just for people that's doing it full time. If you part-time, you can do it too. And I'm not encouraging y'all to do it, because bartending ain't for everybody. I'm the first person to tell you that. It's not for everybody. But I'm just saying that all the jobs that I have been tip jobs, and you know, this is just why I like them and prefer them. So yeah, those have been, is that it? Oh, another job that I didn't mention is so random, but I used to be like one of those promotion girls. So I would go to like different clubs and promote different liquors and give away like free samples and free, like, you know, free watches or free shot glasses or free, you know, anything, like free t-shirts, hats. You know how you go to like the liquor store, or you go to like your market or maybe Trader Joe's, and they may have like the different like vendors, like wine vendors or liquor vendors. Those are like promotion girls too. I just didn't do it in the stores. I didn't like it. I'd rather do it in clubs. So it was just more fun to do it in club atmosphere. I think I did it for only like 3 months. My mom got me into that too. My mom was a Miller Lite girl. My mom's fun. Like, my mom was a Miller Lite girl. She's been bartending. She's been a promotion girl. She's a cha-cha slide dancer girl. Like, legit, like Casper's dancer for cha-cha slide. Like, she's like, she does so much different stuff. So she's very fun. A lot of stuff I got into because of my mom, because she's just fun. Babe is here. Babe is home, guys. And those are my jobs. Let me know some of you guys' jobs that you guys had, you know, in your lifetime. Tell me a little bit about them, things that we probably wouldn't know. So yeah, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Until next time.